Hi guys, great to be on the Toffee Blues. I think it's the first time I jumped on, so great to be on this channel. My name's Lewis. I run a Chelsea fans channel called Blues Fans TV, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this game on Saturday. I think the season's really gone to plan from Chelsea's point of view. We had a slow start to the season while we were assimilating players into the first team squad, and we're also dealing with injuries to the likes of Hakim Ziyech and Christian Pulisic. But even in that stage of bedding everyone into a squad, we still didn't really perform that badly in terms of results. There were a couple draws here and there, but we've only lost one game so far this season. One in the case of 90 minutes, so if you want to count the Spurs game in the Carabao Cup, but it's been a very promising start to the season. I think we now have a much more stronger style of play. We now understand what Frank Lampard's trying to do. He's now embedded a really nice system into a squad that complements every one of the players in the team, and the whole team's getting involved as well. We've got the highest amount of goal scorers in the squad in the Premier League this season. We've got the second highest goals scored, and we now have sorted out a lot of the issues that we had within the squad from last season. We have solved our goalkeeping issues. Our defense looks a lot stronger than it did last season. There's much less mistakes and much less individual errors that compared to what we were seeing last season, and even in some cases towards the start of the season as well. I think we've also sorted out the issue of transitioning from defense to attack. That was a big issue for us when we were playing in the 4-2-3-1 formation. And the 4-3-3 formation is getting the best out of everyone. Our fullbacks are getting so involved with the attacking play. And N'Golo Kante is much more protected now in the lone DM position, and with less injuries and fitness worries to deal with, he's completely back to his best. So it's been a great start to the season. It's still early days. The Christmas period is going to tell the difference between the pretenders and the real title contenders, but it's been a very good start to the season for us. Our transfer business for the summer was near perfect. The only way it could have been better is if we got ourselves another DM for depth. But I can't complain too much, and I'm not going to start complaining either. We solved near enough every problem that we had from last season, and we knew that all Lampard wanted to do for the second season was fill out any of the holes that we had from last season, and there were glaring holes. We had no decent left back, which we filled now with Ben Chilwell. We now have a leader in the defence in Thiago Silva. We now have a semi-competent goalkeeper in Edouard Mendy. We've got I would say, clinical finisher, but we've got a striker with amazing movement and eventually takes one of his chances in Timo Werner. And even Kai Havertz, who I won't say he's struggling. He's still bedding himself into the English game, and he has looked very promising every time he's played. But he's also dealing with a massive amount of competition in midfield, and it is tough to see him getting into the starting 11 right now. But that is only the case of right now. He will grow to become a generational midfielder. I am sure of it. So, yeah, I'm very happy with our transfer business over the summer. It's been excellent for us, and it's half the reason why we're in the position we're in right now. Your transfer window's been pretty good. I can't really speak on your form recently right now because you guys have slipped down a little bit, but it's half the reason why you lot started the season as well as you did. You completely revolutionized your midfield, and I think, well, maybe not compared to us, but it is definitely one of the best midfields in the Premier League. I think all three of those midfielders complement each other excellently. I'm not sure if all three of them are playing. Let me know if one of them's injured or not, but if all three of them are playing, it's definitely going to be a strong midfield battle for us. But yeah, your transfer business has been excellent. Your season, you started off excellently. You looked low key like you were going to be underdog title challengers, but I'm not sure what's happened to you guys in recent weeks. I'm not trying to underestimate you guys too much though, because this Premier League season is an absolute madness. And regardless of you lot dropping down a couple places, you're still a very dangerous side. And this definitely looks like another sort of game where there's going to be plenty of goals. And Everton Chelsea's that sort of game. There's always a lot of excitement or something big happening in the game. And it's never really a quiet affair. So I'm looking forward to this one. But your season's been pretty good. I think Frank Lampard is severely underrated for what he's done for Chelsea. The guy came in to Chelsea when we were an absolute mess and we were trying to change our philosophy for what was the 50 millionth time. We had got rid of Eden Hazard, our best player of the last decade and probably one of the best players this club's ever seen. We had a bunch of injuries going into the season and throughout the entire season. I remember when we faced you just before we went into lockdown and we had about 9 first team players out injured. And even with that and the transfer ban, he still got us fourth place, which would have been third place if it weren't for goal difference, and if it weren't for Kepa, in my opinion, would have been second place. So I'm looking at that as Frank Lampard would have potentially got a second place in the cup final in his first season. I genuinely think he is I think he is now getting more the respect that he should have been getting previously. A lot of people were criticizing him, saying he was a championship manager and saying he only really got the job based of what he did as a player, which was fair. But you also have to look at this guy's mindset. He was one of the smartest players on the field in his prime for a reason. He is intelligent. He is tactically smart. He produces masterclasses here and there. There are also some sorts of mistakes, and he is still a growing manager, and we're going to grow with him as well. But he has a 3-4 year plan for the club, and everything is going to plan right now. So, thoughts on Lampard? He's been amazing. Chelsea's goal for the season was originally to be in the top three, and I think we're well on our way to achieving that. I don't really think that's changed too much, but I do think we got much closer on the title race right now. I think at the start of the season we're being cautiously optimistic about it, but the way the season's gone, Liverpool and the amount of injuries they've had, and Manchester City still not looking solid as well, and even Tottenham looking there or thereabouts. But I'm still waiting to see what they're looking like after Christmas. It's an open title race, so I am still saying it quietly. We could win the Premier League. I don't see why we couldn't, depending on the team that we have and the level of depth that we have, which is one of the reasons why I'm so confident. But again, so it's going to be really big for the Christmas period. I would be more than happy to end the season second. I'm not going to say so much third right now because our form has actually been that good. I think the standards have risen a bit too much. But first or second, I would be happy with the Frank Lampard second season. If we get second, I'd be more than optimistic that we get first in the next season. But we will wait and see. But I am confident in Chelsea's form. Our lineup, we should probably stick to 4-3-3 formation that we've been playing for the last few weeks. It'll be more or less the same formation. I think Mendy will start in goal. We'll have Reece James and Ben Chilwell as the fullbacks, with Thiago Silva and Kurt Zuma as our two centre backs. N'Golo Kante will play again the lone DM role, and I think it will be Mason Mount and Mateo Kovacic as our two attacking eights. And probably Olivier Giroud up front again, with Timo Werner on the left and Hakim Ziyech. No, Hakim Ziyech is injured, so if we have one, who's the one full fit winger? We've got Timo Werner on the left. We've got Olivier Giroud in the middle. Depends on if they come back one of Callum Hudson-Odoi or Hakim Ziyech. Danger men for Chelsea. There's a couple. Here's the thing: goals come all over our squad, so I can't really zero in on one player. I think Timo Werner gets in spaces a lot, and you do really need to be worried about him. Also, if he has his shooting boots on, it's curtains for you guys. I can't lie. Olivier Giroud as well. He's in amazing form right now. You want to look out for him too. N'Golo Kante, I'd say look out for him, but you're going to see him all over the pitch, so you'll notice him soon enough. Um, Kurt Zuma as well. You all know about him from his time at Everton, but I think he's definitely going to be a threat from set pieces, both defensively and offensively. But there's a couple players, in fact, the entire right hand side with Reece James all over. I think you lot are going to really struggle to create anything down that side. And you already know about Jordan Pickford. His form ain't really been that good for you guys. So I it's going to be a hard game for you guys. I don't want to come in and be too overconfident, but I do see us getting a win in this sort of game. I can't really zero in on anybody, but I haven't even mentioned him yet, but probably Mason Mount, because he's been so good. He's looking like our best attacking eight right now. His energy, his movement off the ball, his pressing abilities, and his chance creation has been top quality this season. And yeah, he might actually be the key player to look out for, so I'll go for Mason Mount.